Good morning, traders. Good morning, traders. Today we want to discuss Marvell Technology Group, an online stock trading. Marvell Technology Group, an online stock trading. We are on a monthly chart of Marvell Technology Group. We're going to begin, what we call, a technical analysis of Marvell stock, talking about online stock trading using a charting software, the TC 2000. All right. So before we continue, traders, I want to talk a little bit more about Marvell Technology. Is there a future for a Marvell Technology? All right, when we are talking about quality stock, we want a company that is very, very innovative, that is creating product, excellent product that people want to buy, company that is making loads of money, all right, company that has a brighter future, talking about is there a future for Marvell Technology? Should one buy or sell Marvell Technology? All right, what is likely, what is in store for Marvell Technology? Talking about online stock, trading. All right. So let's go quickly to Google Finance. Have you ever been to Google Finance? All right. If you do not go to Google Finance, are you going to Yahoo Finance? All right. So one way or another, you need to go to those, website, and you want to put the epic of the financial instrument that you want to trade. And most importantly, you want to click on the financials, very important. If you want to understand more about how you can play with Google Finance as an online stock trader, go to www.stochastic-margin.com, click on finance. All right, I have videos there that I explain to traders how to perform Google Asset tests, comparing, for instance, the short liability into the current asset. Okay, this is the first test that you need to do. But talking about Marvell, those are the things you can check the news, all right, the related companies, which is very important to know the competitors. Okay, talking about gaining market share. Is he a leader? Is he gaining more market share? How is he coping against its peers, its competitors? All right. So, company that we can talk about quality stock is a stock that has a strong balance sheet that has passed Google Asset test. Okay, that is gaining more market share, has excellent management in place, and has a brighter future. So whenever you are buying a hold store, you are investing in a management, you are investing in the policy that the director are putting in place, all right, and you are investing in the future of the company. You are investing also in a product that they are about to create and that they have already created, all right. So what is Marvell? Okay, according to Google Finance, Marvell Technology Group is a fabless semiconductor provider of application-specific standard products. The company is engaged in the design and development and sale of integrated circuits. All right, the company develops system on a chip (SoC) and system in a package SiP devices. Its product portfolio includes devices for data storage, enterprise class Ethernet data switching, Ethernet physical layer transceivers, PHY, wireless connectivity, Internet of Things devices. Talking about Internet of Things devices, we are talking about using Wi-Fi, for our dishwasher, using Wi-Fi for our fridge. All right, this is about the Internet of Things. So we can use our Wi-Fi for every machine in the house. So this is about the Internet of Things. This is something that is going on right now, and it is also in the future. Okay. Each product serves various applications used in carrier, metropolitan, enterprise, and personal computer client data communication and storage system. Okay, the company offers its products to sectors including storage, networking, mobile, and wireless. All right. So the company relies also on independent third-party contractors to perform manufacturing, all right, assembly, and test function, all right. So same thing Apple is doing, using a third party to do part of the creation of the products, okay. So it's a strategy to reduce costs sometimes. Instead of having your own employee paying their pension or paying their salary, taking care of this employee, you can delegate part of the creation of the product to another company, and they will charge you for it, which will be a lesser cost instead of having in-house production of that product. So this is a little bit about, okay, Marvell Technology Group. They have competitors. You want to know them. If you are trading store, you want to know the competitors. So whenever you are trading Marvell, you want to have a little bit of look at okay, other competitors, how their share are doing, what's going on. Is Marvell is performing okay, very low in comparison to its peers. All right, where is Marvell in comparison to, okay, Broadcom Corporation, BRCM? What is Marvell in comparison to Qualcomm, Texas Instrument, all right, Intel Corporation, Nvidia Corporation, okay, and so on and so on. So those are the peers of Broadcom. So let's go back now, talking about Marvell Technology and online stock trading. All right, so very simple. So you can go to Google Finance and have a look. All right, have a bit of idea what's going on. If you are a tech person, a techie, all right, is that what you say? Techie, all right, you may subscribe to Eli, the computer guy, okay, channel, if you want to know more about the technology. But let's move on from that subject. So looking at the Marvell stock, okay, we want to see what has happened before. So very important. Anytime you want to analyze stock, talking about online stock trading, you want to see what has happened in the past. That will give you a bit of idea what is likely to happen in the future. We can use the past to forecast the future. All right. So looking at Marvell, we see that there was a trend in place before. Was a bullish trend, very bullish, okay? So that trend has started somewhere around mid 2002 and has ended right here in 2006, just before the financial crisis. So here it is. But something strange has happened here. Is the way, looking at what has happened in the past, is the way people sold this stock. They just sold it down, boom, 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 almost, okay, 100% retracement. Whenever I see this like this, I'm asking myself, why did they sell it like this? I always ask that question. Because normally, as we have the bullish trend, professional watching a level of 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend. So the green line here is the zone of $19, call it $20, is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend. And the price level of $16, call it $16, is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level or the prior trend. So what usually take place as people start selling, the prior reaching this zone between the 50% and 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, we should see a little bit of a bounce up. All right, but it didn't. Look, they just sold it down. That's why I'm asking that question. Why did they sell it so much like this? Why they didn't have any compassion on Marvell? Why was it? Why? What is the main reason why people didn't give Marvell a second chance in a sweet spot, a Fibonacci, okay, retracement zone? They were quite bearish. So We understand that, so one thing you need to understand, talking about using the past, okay, to know, to have a bit of idea what is likely to happen in the future, is that those who are trading Marvell are quite aggressive. That's what I know. I can see through this. So what I can see through this chart right now is that the market participants that are trading Marvell are not very, very forgiving. In fact, you can see that the stock was stuck here. Look at this. So this is a technical analysis. All right, here it is. From 2006, all right, up to now. Look at this. Let's show exactly the date where. So up to the November 2015, that's where the bearish pressure has stopped. How do I know? Look at this bearish trend line. You see this bearish trend line? I'm going to color it now into red. I'll color it in black. Okay, the black belt. So here it is. You can see here that okay, this trend line was suppressing the price. So connecting this point here and this point. Okay, here. So what we will have said to traders, we will say, if you were here, we will have told you that as long as Marvell stay below this black trend line, one should give priority to bearish signal. That's what I will have said to traders before. Now you can see that the price finally came above, okay, that critical bearish trend line, and it finally found support only, okay, in November 2015. So looking at what is happening here, it looks to me that the market participants are quite aggressive towards, okay, Marvell stock. So you want to do that whenever you are trading a stock, you are analyzing a chart, looking at the past. Bullish trend, normally we see a bounce up. Let me show you a stock that I recorded a video this morning that we titled Maxim Integrated Product and Chart Analysis. So let me show you quickly the chart of Maxim. The epic is MXIM, Mike S-Ray, India Mike, okay, Maxim Integrated Product, which I analyzed this morning, another technology stock. If you go to the map, you see here. So for Maxim, you see here, price went down and it came down. All right. This is the green line here. That's the 50% level. You can see there was a bit of bounce here. Yes or no? Okay. Price bounce. Okay. Okay. It bounced. The green line is the 50%, and the red line is 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend. So in that zone, normally we see a bounce. You see here, there was a bounce. See here, bounce. Okay? And then they push it down, and then there was again a bounce. This is very important. But when we are looking at Marvell, okay, there was no bounce at all. They just say boom, 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 boom. They slow it down, start rally up, and they push it back down. And finally, it's only this time that we can say that the bearish momentum is now almost gone, because we are above, we are finally above that bearish trend line. You see, if you were still here, I would have said to you, be careful if you want to buy. But now, you see, it breaks above it, retests here, and then push it back down to the same low here. All right. One more thing. So, if you look careful also, we have here a double top. That double top, strangely, is in a zone where people are supposed to buy Marvell, which is the zone, it's just a little bit above that the sweet spot Fibonacci zone between the red and the green. But that's where we are seeing this double top for Marvell, which is a bearish pattern. One thing you need to understand, if you are trading stock, we are talking about it already at Day Pro Traders YouTube channel, is that when a financial instrument, okay, remember this, apart from those 50%, 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend, you want to use again Fibonacci if the price goes down like this, the correction all the way down, all right? You want to highlight also the 50% zone of that correction. So you will see that there will be a trend, and then there is a correction all the way down. Here it is solid, almost 100%. You see, that's what I'm saying to you. They are quite aggressive against Marvell. They were very unforgiving. They didn't buy any share here. And now, as they see almost 100% retracement, the next level that you must watch is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of this correction. Very, very important. Don't forget it. If you are buying a hold, all right, my friend, don't buy when the price is just close to that 50% Fibonacci retracement level of this move down, the correction. It's a wrong place. All right, it's a wrong place. You prefer to break a ball, retest before you want to give it a chance, because there will always be sellers there. In fact, that place, that 50% Fibonacci retracement level or this move down, is usually packed with orders to sell before the price even goes there. So they are buying like this. Orders are already here as the price reaches that 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the correction. The first part of the correction, here it is. Don't forget that. So map out the chart, the bullish trend, map out the 50%, 50% Fibonacci, 50%, 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, the green line, the red line. As it's coming down, normally you should find a bit of support there, bounce up, blah, blah, blah. And then you come down a bit to the 78% Fibonacci retracement level. This is the 78% Fibonacci retracement level, 1048. That's what you see here. We are again in the same zone, 1048, that zone. 1048, it touched that zone many times. Here it touched it first time here, went up, it didn't start a new trend, come back down. Look at this. This double top, that's what I'm saying to you. This double top is formed at a time when the S&P 500 was bullish. So people are not very, very forgiving to Marvell right now. Can you see that? In 2009 up to today, the S&P 500 was trending up. But for Marvell, there was no bullish party at all. They were selling it. In fact, there was a bearish chart pattern at this point in time when people still sold it, because this bearish channel, the bearish trend line, was in place. Finally, it manages to come out of that, to go above that bearish channel. Critical. This is oof. This is the oof moment for this stock. Here it is. That retest there is the oof moment. Finally, they let it go. All right? They let it go. And that level is around a 78% Fibonacci retracement level. So bullish trend went down, map 50%, 61.8%, 70%. Okay? Now, again, the correction, if you see that is the correction down, map the 50% level. If the stock rally into that 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the correction, there are always orders there to sell. The opposite is true in the downtrend. The downtrend correction will be a rally. There will be order there to buy. After a downtrend, we have a rally up. Okay, if the price pull back to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of that rally, there will be orders to buy. In an uptrend, as we see here, there was a bullish trend, and we see a correction all the way down like this. If the stock rally up to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of that correction, this section here, there will be orders there to sell. Here it is. We see a gorgeous, a double top. My favorite chart pattern, did I say? A double top, double bottom. Those are my favorite chart pattern. And it's happening at the right time and also at the right place, at that 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the correction. That's the line a little bit above, okay, the green line at 21.85. And they sold it down. And they push it down again, again, it went again below the 78%. You see that 78% Fibonacci retracement level of the trending phase. Now finally, we break above that trend line retest here. This is this is a major event for Marvell. One should put Marvell on a bullish watch list right now. All right? But when we say one should put Marvell, so what I meant is that I personally will put Marvell Technology Group on my bullish watch list. Doesn't mean I'm saying to people to buy Marvell, because this video is for educational purposes only. It's neither a solicitation or an offer to buy or sell a Marvell. But personally, if you ask me, John, will you put this stock on your bullish watch list? I will say yes, I will put it on my bullish watch list because finally we are above that bearish trend line. We retested nicely here, and we are in the vicinity of 78% Fibonacci retracement level. But it's not finished yet. As I explained to you, it is a mistake to watch part of our video. You need to watch the full level, consume it completely. We like our guests to consume their food, to finish it. Finish it and wipe it completely. That's what you want. Okay? So let's continue our conversation about Marvell Technology and online stock trading. All right? So remember what we are doing all the time, or in fact, I've said it all the time if you have been following us. So allow me to say this to new subscribers, or people who are watching our video for the first time. The most important thing in the financial market is the timing. You want to buy, the first thing that you need to check is, am I buying at the correct price, at the where there is a value, or am I just buying? So you want to buy at a specific price where the stock is discounted, where there is a value. This is very important. And you want to buy quality stocks. But the next challenge for most investors is how they time the market. When do you buy the stock is so important. It's not because everybody is saying that the stock is bullish, they have a brighter future, that you should buy it at any price. You should buy it at the right time and also at the right place. So that's where technical analysis is so important. Using Fibonacci, using Elliott wave, using channels, talking about online stock trading, this is critical to time the market. So now we see that for us, technical trade, we see that, finally, they don't want to sell it as they did before because we are above this trend line. But we will draw a line in the sun, as they say. We draw a line in the sun. So we'll say priority to bull signal above 1048. But one more thing. As I said before, we are trading first the market, the S&P 500. But when we look at the S&P 500 right now, it's in a fifth Elliott wave. Is it the best time one should buy Marvell Technology? Or I would say, personally, I will push it on my bullish watch list, but I will not buy it yet. I will wait. All right? Because the market is in a fifth Elliott wave. If the S&P 500 is turning from bullish to bearish, all right, it's not the right time to buy and hold. You can wait, all right, because it's like a bearish pattern. So for those reasons, though this stock should be on my bullish watch list, it will be on my bullish watch list pending, a viable market environment. That's it. I leave it there. I will not sell this stock. All right, I will not sell it. I will just leave it on my bullish watch list, pending for the market to pull back a bit, S&P 500, to pull back a bit to show us its hand. And if the market environment is becoming a little bit gorgeous, I may, pull the trigger, so to speak. I may buy it and hold it. Did I say to people to buy and hold? No, I did not. Did I say this stock will go up forever? No. All right. So what is happening here? So priority to bullish signal above that level, 1048. But remember that we will prefer it. Right now, the stock is consolidating. What do I mean by that? It's not a difficult word. It's consolidating between the level of $7.63, all right, and the level of, at this level of $16. There's a consolidation taking place. So the stock is trying to go back to the $16 level, where people will try to sell it back down to the zone of $7, 63. All right. But if this stock, the market environment becomes truly, okay, bullish one more time. We want to see a bit of pullback from the S&P 500. That will be healthy for the financial market. Truly, it will be healthy for the financial market. The way it's hanging up there, smart investor will be very, very cautious, all right? It's hanging up there. It's quite tricky, all right, to chase it up, all right? So for this stock, there is a high chance that if the market environment becomes truly bullish, this stock can go up to which level? The level of $32. But the first target is $29, call it $30. So it has a high chance to go up to $30 to $32. Has a high chance. Provided that they continue to gain more market share. We were talking about the competitors. So if the competitors are nicking all the market of Marvell will be under pressure. So there are other competitors doing exactly the same thing, like Marvell, creating similar products like Marvell. If they are gaining more market share and they are not leaving anything on the table for Marvell, that would be very bad for Marvell, and we will not see a bullish trend. All right, it's very important that they are gaining more market share, they are making more money, and most importantly, that we have a bullish sentiment in place in the market itself, that the S&P 500 show us a bit of move down. Okay, that will settle the market a bit, and then we will see a new trend beginning. But if the S&P 500 is still in a fifth wave, and there's a high chance that the correction may begin, and that will force again Marvell to pull back a bit, but it won't be too aggressive as they did here before. So Marvell, because the bearish pressure is already gone, Marvell in that case will be consolidating between the level of $7.63 and the level of $16. Remember, the $10.48, that's the 78% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trends. So those are the things that we need to know, talking about online stock trading, Marvell Technology Group. All right? Okay. So this is one thing that you need to understand. Okay, very, very important. That the price may go up all the way to the zone of $29.95, even up to $32. But before that, there are challenges for Marvell stock, the S&P 500, okay, and also looking at the market leaders, because this is a technology stock. When one is trading Marvell, one is also indirectly trading the market leaders of the Nasdaq 100, Google and Apple stock. All right. So if those stocks are going down, they will have a negative effect on Marvell. But if they are going up, that will be good time to look at Marvell. But you want to buy, you want to time the market carefully. All right. Time the market carefully and enter the trade, okay, like a pro. So technical traders will look for a valid trading setup. There was one here where is the green spot. So we have this low, a triple bottom. This is a bullish trading setup. Here traders, swing traders, were implementing, okay, a top-down trading method. So as the bottom here, the first target is the level of $10.48 because it's a very important key level. Now, embrace above that $10.48, you can see here that a lot of market participants, though the stock is heading towards $16, but a lot of market participants will prefer it to pull back and retest, okay, the $10.48 before going back to the $16. So there is a bit of confusion here. If you look at the size of, now, you see here, the two candles here, this one here, okay, you see this candle here, okay, it's a bearish indication after a bullish progression up. Look at that, okay. It's a bearish hammer, okay. Now this one is becoming a little bit bearish. So there are professionals who prefer Marvell to pull back to retest the $10.48, and if he found a support, because it's a critical level, he found a support there, now he's gently, see here, found a resistance first time, which means people were trying to sell it back down, but now he breaks above it, to calm the nerve, so to speak, as he did here, see here, he breaks above and return at $10.48, yes or no? What has happened in the past is likely to happen again. So we will prefer it That's what our expectation, all right? Expectation for an orderly market, or a market that is efficient, all right? That's what we will prefer, all right? And then from there to take it up to the $16. If the S&P 500 becomes bearish, the Marvell stock may consolidate between the $16 and the $7.63. But if the market environment becomes truly bullish and Marvell continues to gain more market share, all right, making loads of money, okay, Marvell can push it up to the zone of $30 up to $32. All right. But one more thing before we go. As I'm telling you now that Marvell can push it to $29.95 and $32, as if it goes above the level of $16, all right, remember the old key level, the green line here, at $19.69, call it $20, and there is another level a little bit above it, okay, $21. So from $20 to $21, there is a resistance there. All right. So if you start pushing it, there are key resistance ahead: $16, $20, and $21. Don't forget those key levels. In fact, I'll leave it there for myself also, so I do not forget. Those are resistance level. Okay. So $16, $20, $21. Those are key level. All right. So in all cases, if we pull it back nicely to $10.48, that will be good news for us. We will not jump on it and buy like old-fashioned traders. We'll implement a top-down trading method. Looking at S&P 500, what are you doing in S&P 500? Are you bullish? Great. Then we take it from there to the next target, $16. High chance that it will pull back from $16, trying to consolidate a bit, all right? And if the market environment, okay, is becoming bullish, Marvell can push it up to, okay, can continue to go up to $20, $21. These are toughest resistance level. You see here, resistance here. So I need to mention this before I close it. So there is a possibility that, as you have seen before, those who are trading Marvell are not very forgiving. They may challenge the price if you reach this zone again, as they did here. So if you reach that zone, the best scenario, bank your profit and sit and watch the reaction of the price. Okay? So though the ultimate target is near $30 and $32, this resistance around $20, $21, we cannot ignore them. Okay? So there is a probability that after a bit of consolidation, blah, 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 if the stock finally reaches the zone of $20 and $21, there will be a kind of pullback before we take it from there right to the ultimate target of $30 and $32. Now, if the fundamentals are not improving remember this, if the fundamentals are not solid for Marvell, if the Marvell is not you are not gaining more market share, all this discussion about going to $30 and $32 will not happen. The fear, okay, of the trade of the price action, we are talking about excellent management in place, gaining more market share, making loads of money. Okay, that will be the fear that will help the stock to reach those price target level. But right now, as we are looking at Marvell is consolidating between a level of $16 and $7.63. The price now heading to the $16. So if I ask you now, where is it heading? It's heading to the $16. But there is a bit of challenge. Professionals want to retest this level of $10.48, the 78% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend. That will be healthier for Marvell, okay, before we may push it to $16. A bit of consolidation, blah, blah, blah. Finally, it may reach that critical resistance level, $20 and up to $21. At that point, it's normal and healthy again for Marvell to pull back one more time before the bullish trader may become truly aggressive. If the S&P 500 or the market environment is bullish, they will push it to $30 and $32. This is the end of this tutorial about Marvell Technology Group and online stock trading. We were discussing tips and tricks that online stock traders can use to trade Marvell or any financial instrument. If you have any question, suggestion, or comment, do not hesitate to put in the comment section. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. We are the TSTW SYS008 traders talking about Marvell Technology Group and online stock trading. Happy trading to you all and speak to you soon.